What's up, YouTube? Jarrell King here, aka Relevant Multi-Platinum Music Producer and Music Business Coach. And I just saw something interesting about Kanye West and TMZ and something about his wife. So I just want to look it up real quick and see what's going on, and then we're gonna talk about it. All right. So let's take a look at what's going on with my guy Ye. So if I'm looking at Google, and the first thing that I see is Kanye West bans Bianca Censori from social media for her own protection. So we're gonna check that out. But I also saw something about a TMZ reporter. So let's see what happens with that. It's on World Star.
And Bianca has her free will. Some people are saying you're controlling.
She's TMZ. She's TMZ.
What do you feel like it's okay? I'm a human being. All of this TMZ, this 30 miles on y'all set celebrities up, all this bullshit. I don't give a fuck what y'all got to do. What y'all gonna do? What y'all got to say? Don't come at me with that shit. Ask me that. You think you can walk up on me like that? What you think? Cause you a white woman, you can walk up on me like that and ask me some dumb ass shit like that? Ask me about my wife, talking about this shit got free will? Are you crazy? You insane? This is America.
She asked him if his wife had free will because he, I guess, quote unquote, banned her from social media. So the reason I'm even making this video is because, guys, you guys want to be musicians and you guys want to be celebrities. At least some of you do. And I need you to be real mindful of what that really means, because when you become a celebrity, you really open your life up to the public. And I don't know if that's always a good thing. For the most part, I don't really think that it is, because now your life and your personal life is like, it's attention. It's all for the public. And I think that your relationships with the people that you care about should be kept to yourself. You know, that's kind of the point of things being intimate. You know, it's just for you. It's not to be shared with the world. So when you become a celebrity and you become a big celebrity like Kanye West, and you're out and people know who you're with and you know who your kids are and all that kind of stuff, that stuff is dangerous, man. Like, you really got to be mindful of what it is that you want for yourself. And if you're willing to actually go down the road that's going to open your life up to all this like ridicule and like lack of privacy and like controversy and all of these different things, especially if you aspire to be as big as somebody like Kanye West. Now I think it's interesting that he's wearing this mask and he's dressed the way that he's dressed. He's been doing this for a while. I think he does this, one, for fashion, but two, I think he does it for privacy. Like I just said, like people using his name and face for likeness without his permission. I remember seeing a video of him saying that he wants to start being paid by all these like magazine companies or whatever and outlets for using his name and his face and his likeness to get, you know, more attention. You know, I mean, look at me. I'm even reacting to it right now. So just imagine if artists could actually be in a position where they could get paid when somebody actually uses their name or their likeness without their permission. I mean, it's kind of fair, right? But let's continue on and see what he says.
You got free will or you work for the devil? You got free will, you work for TMZ company. I'm a legend. You understand that? I'm here to support Charlie Wilson. You come to ask me some dumbass shit about my wife. That's my wife. You understand? You want to ask me shit when I couldn't see my kids? When I couldn't, do you have questions? Do you have questions when I wasn't able to see my kids? And that I only get visitation and don't have rights to where they go to school? You got questions for that, or you part of the system? You understand what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? What do you hear? What do you hear about that? If I could job to go up to every celebrity asking some dumbass shit about their wife?
I didn't want to take you inside.
No, tell me, was it wrong for you to ask me about my wife some dumbass disrespectful shit like that? Was that wrong or right?
I'm sorry, Kanye. I just need my phone.
No, answer the question. I'm supposed to answer your questions? Answer that question. I got your phone now. They gonna arrest me for taking your phone? Arrest me for taking your phone then.
I don't.
You answer the question. You asked me, did my wife have free will? Was that a dumbass, disrespectful question to come ask a grown-ass superhero?
Yo, the fact that he referred to himself as a superhero is funny. And he pressing her right now. I don't think she really cares. I think she's, you know, she thinks she's just doing her job. But, you know, these things are sensitive. I don't think the media, like, no one has any sensitivity for people anymore, especially for people who are public figures and celebrities. Like, anyone can just make something, like they can just talk about somebody freely, and they forget that these people are human. And that's the dangers of, one, being a celebrity and going into the music industry, but two, just the internet and everyone having like a voice and an opinion, because it desensitizes people, especially when you got all these like trolls and stuff like that on the internet that like hide behind these channels and make these comments or posts or whatever. And they just, they just can say whatever they want, and they disregard at the end of the day that these people are people and they have feelings and emotions and they should be respected. The Bible always talks about love your neighbor, and that's exactly why that's so important, because at the end of the day, if you have love for everybody, then you wouldn't treat them in certain kind of ways. You wouldn't talk about them in certain kind of ways. You wouldn't disrespect them in private or in public, because you only want the best for them. Whereas when you're a celebrity, everything's about money, everything's about fame, everything's about gossip. You know what I'm saying?
Answer the question. What's your name? What is your first and last name and address, Mitch?
What are we doing?
I just need my phone.
Where is your phone?
No, she came to me and said, does your wife have free will to speak? She worked for TMZ. They
How do
be
you know
right
each other?
Yeah, how do you know me, miss? I don't know you. What is her name? What is this lady's name? No, you're not just a reporter. What's your first and last name? Melanie what? What's your address? What you make to here? I'll pay you double what they paying you. Woo! Woo! Now you smile. Woo! Get her contact.
Yes, I will. Good shit, Melanie.
Thank you, Kanye.
My guy said, I'll pay you double what they paying you. So I don't know what happens after this. I haven't seen this video. This is my first time watching it, but clearly there's always some type of push, right? Kanye has spoken out a lot over the last, most of his career, but especially over the last couple of years about, the system and like the powers that be and the things that he's facing as he's trying to move forward in this industry. But is receiving a lot of resistance in certain areas. And when he spoke out about some of that resistance or some of the things that he was unhappy with, especially with record labels and the media companies, he got attacked, and they said he was doing the attacking, but he was actually the one being attacked. Just like this lady walking up to him and asking that question is somewhat of an attack, because it's not fair for someone to come up to you and provoke you and to ask you a personal question, or to like poke and prod to like get some kind of reaction out of you, but then you can't do anything back to them. And if you do, then you're the bad guy, right? It's almost like gaslighting, or it's a setup, it's a game. They're trying to get a reaction out of you. So if you're not a person who can't handle this type of trollism or whatever, then you need to second guess if you really want to be famous. Now, you can be a successful musician without being famous, and that's mainly what my message is. My job is to help people have a successful career as a full-time musician, making enough money where they don't have to work a regular job, but they can still be a musician, tour the world, have fans, and live a good life, without actually having to be famous and be a celebrity. You know what I'm saying? Because it comes with this type of stuff. And I guess it comes from him saying that he doesn't want his wife on social media. If he did, I don't know. That's just what I'm seeing. But I mean, I don't blame him. I don't want my wife's not on social media either. You got now that someone comes to me saying that my wife doesn't have free will, of course she has free will, but she doesn't want to be on social media. Bro, social media is the devil. It's literally a tool that all it does is distract people, and it pulls people further and further away from what their purpose is. It's not helping a lot of people get to where they want to be in life. More likely than not, it's just distracting people. It's mind control. It's putting people under an influence. That's why they're called influencers, so that means that they're not even sober. And again, the Bible says, be sober minded, because your enemy, the devil, walks around like a roaring lion, looking to kill, steal, and destroy, looking for who he could devour. Like, that's why, like, even though people like don't care about the Bible, it's so many gems in game in the Bible, because it allows you to understand what you're up against. And social media is not on your side, more likely than not. If you're using it to make money or something like that, that's one thing. But if it's just like consuming you and you're like addicted and you can't go a day without being on your phone or being on social media or something like that, you're an addict. You need that dopamine. And again, that stuff causes division, because all it is you looking at a bunch of other people's lives, and eventually you start to compare your lives to theirs, or you try to live a certain kind of life for the internet. And again, some of this stuff should be private. You're supposed to live in the moment a lot of the times and not try to put everything out there for the world. The world is for the devil, man. So there you have it. I just wanted to make a quick reaction for this video, and and see what was going on with Kanye. And now we know what's going on with Kanye. So if you found this video helpful, do me a favor, hit the like button if you haven't done so already. Subscribe to the channel. I'll be posting more videos like this in the future. I really like doing these kind of reaction style videos just because, again, it's real time and it just gives us always something to talk about. So I appreciate you guys for watching. Until next time, I'll talk to you soon. God bless.